In the verses for our gospel reading for today, we come across this concept, this analogy of Jesus as the gate. I can relate to that in today's world. It brings to mind gatekeepers, right? Those who take it upon themselves to decide who gets admitted to the club of whatever. Like, who is a real fan of that team, for example, or a real fan of that band, or who's a real artist or athlete or chef or cook or dancer or whatever. Our culture is full of gatekeepers on every level. People who take it upon themselves to decide who gets in, who is whatever enough to qualify as a real whatever. Jesus doesn't work that way. He is the gate. We're going to read a few more verses from this chapter for today, from John chapter 10. Just after our verses for today, Jesus continues with his proclamation, saying, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, who is not a shepherd and does not own sheep, sees the wolf coming and abandons the sheep and runs away. So the wolf attacks the sheep and scatters them. Because the hired hand is not concerned about the sheep, he runs away. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not come from this sheepfold. I must bring them too, and they will listen to my voice, so that there will be one flock and one shepherd." So, who gets in? The sheep. All of them. All the ones we know about, maybe can look around our circles or our groups we see every day, and other sheep from another sheepfold. Did you catch that? There are sheep from beyond this fold, but Jesus knows them, and they're part of the ones who belong to him too. Jesus is the gate, not us. If anything, we should be looking for those obstacles to the gate and getting rid of them if we can. And approaching that gate with a level of humility too. Because no matter how much we think we know about who's in or out, or who should be in or out, there are always those other sheep. No matter how big we think this is, it's even bigger, right? And if we're not removing the obstacles, or worse, adding them, what are we standing in the way of? Well, why did Jesus come to earth? He says it, "I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Life abundant. That's where the gate leads, to God's vision for the world and the people in it. Life abundant. There is this concept about the time we're currently in called now, not yet, meaning that we have not yet fully realized the vision of the kingdom of God. But Jesus has come to redeem us and has brought that kingdom of heaven to earth, and we do live in that reality now. Now, not yet. So this life abundant isn't just about someday, the not yet. It's also about the now, here, in this time that we are living. Jesus brings that vision, that possibility, that reality to the world. That's where the gate leads, where Jesus leads. Do we hear the shepherd's voice? Do we follow through and find that life for ourselves and realize it in the world around us? Jesus is the shepherd and the gate, there to watch and care for the sheep, to protect from the voices that would distract or lead the sheep to peril, to a world not of that life abundant for everyone. There are a lot of things, a lot of voices, sometimes our own, that keep us and others from seeing ourselves as something enough to go through that gate, to be part of that fold. Sometimes seeing and removing those obstacles is hard work, but it's work that needs to be done to stop gatekeeping and to start welcoming by name with specificity those who have been overlooked or pushed aside, those who Jesus has led to the gate, and to see that invitation for ourselves too, and find that life abundant now. Jesus came so that we and they might have life and have it abundantly. Thanks be to God.